Coach, you guys scored 100 points with 56 of those points being in the paint. How are you guys able to do that tonight?
Do you have old parking tickets that you're looking to pay off? Well, you're in luck because CU Boulder Parking Services is partnering with Harvest of Hope Pantry to help waive your citations.
Trevor Lyons is the 25th player in Air Force history to score his 1,000th point. He gets to join his brother in this club, and they are the only brothers in the Mountain West to have both scored 1,000 points from the same team. This morning around 5:30 a.m., CU Alerts notified us that campus would be closed until 9:45. This poses the question of how to get to class safely. Now, CSU has always been a very challenging opponent, maybe sometimes seemingly impossible, but you guys swept them this year for the first time since 2008. What went into your players' confidence tonight coming out on the court? When the temperature plummets, biking to work is not fun. But Boulder cycling enthusiasts are trying to change that mindset. Community Cycles holds workshops weekly to help inform the public about biking issues that may arise. One of their workshops is called Commuting 101 and prepares people for riding their bikes in the winter months.
Your bike is probably just fine. It's probably perfectly suitable for riding in the winter. The clothes that you wear, that you go skiing in, that you shovel your snow with, they're probably great for riding a bike, and a lot of what it comes down to is just having a positive attitude. It is easy to do, and I encourage you to do it. I'm a working professional. I have a lot of places that I have to be. I don't have a car or a driver's license, and I get every place just fine.
Riding your bike in the winter shouldn't be much different than riding it in the summer. You just have to remember to wear warm layers, fill your water bottle up with hot water to prevent it from freezing, and always wear your helmet. Last week, Boulder participated in its annual Walk and Bike Week, and Friday was International Bike to Work Day. The CU Environmental Center held an event on Friday to raise awareness.
I biked to the bus, and then I bus from downtown Denver to Boulder, and then I bike around Boulder when I'm at work and do that all in reverse to get home. Being an avid cyclist for the last 22 years, a lot of lessons you learn. It's really important on the coldest days to just really cover up your skin.
With over 300 days of sunshine in Colorado, riding your bike in the winter doesn't sound so bad. Kelsey Pilipovich, News Team Boulder. Hoop Mania took over San Antonio, and there's an electric atmosphere around college basketball's Final Four. Coaches both near and far take full advantage of being in the same city at the same time.
The Final Four is really big on everybody coming down here and then joining together as one. Meet some of your old coaching buddies, maybe you work with them at a different school, and attend some coaching meetings and just learn some new things from other guys that may do little things different that you can pick up on and make your team better next year. Every Final Four, you always meet somebody new that you stay in contact with that can now help you down the line.
Although it's the end of the season, the Final Four can bring a lot of new beginnings to hopeful coaches. Some people think it's just about the basketball games, but actually it's a coaches convention and it's a great opportunity to network.
Going back to the Final Four is kind of like a family reunion, and it's a great environment for coaches to be able to network and to be able to rekindle some relationships and friendships that they've had in the past. So it's a tremendous opportunity for young and older guys to just stay in contact with others.
Now that the party's over, it's time to get back to work, because every coach wants to be coaching at this event next year. This week is International Brain Awareness Week, and CU has events every day to help keep us thinking about brain research. Here's Ariana Freeman with more details. Yesterday, a 35-year-old cyclist died from injuries sustained in a crash northeast of Boulder. The crash was reported at 9:02 a.m. at the intersection of 63rd Street and J Road. Investigators believe the driver had a green light when the cyclist turned in front of the oncoming vehicle. This was the first fatal crash of the year involving a cyclist. CU Boulder barely recognizes its transgender community, according to speakers at this weekend's Transforming Gender Conference. News Team's Vasandra Tyagi was there and tells us about the lack of LGBT representation on campus. I'm sure fellow CU students will show their support tomorrow, and at least the weather won't be a hindrance on their walk out. Right, Bobby?
That's right, Kelsey. The upcoming forecast is looking good for those going out tomorrow afternoon. Updates on that and more coming up on weather after the break.
Teenagers raised their voice in a series of walkouts protesting gun violence. News Team's Ariana Freeman went to Boulder High School yesterday and gives us an overview of what happened. A trending video came out of Boston yesterday when a man wearing an Elsa costume from the Disney movie Frozen helped free a Boston police van. In the midst of the nor'easter snow, a van stuck on the side of the street needed some assistance. Thankfully, Jason Triplett, a 37-year-old lawyer, was able to lend a helping hand. Coincidentally, Triplett was dressed as the Disney character Elsa from Frozen. I guess the cold never bothered him anyway. The snow has subsided across the country for at least today. The West Coast is going to be partly cloudy but still fairly warm, with Los Angeles sitting at about 69 and San Francisco at 56. As we move towards the middle of the country, we're seeing temperatures in the 60s and 70s, even in Bismarck and Minneapolis. And the nor'easter snow has finally stopped hitting the East Coast long enough for them to enjoy some warmer weather.